Hello, already Lurcher for Life here, bringing you guys a brand new video, and today we got an archetype overhaul of Crystal Beasts, one of my personal favorite archetypes from my childhood, and just to kind of return to from time to time. And yeah, I really want to talk about it because Konami did something really random and very cool in giving us the Zenith Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon, or whatever the hell it's called. And needless to say, I'm very excited. I'm hopeful for what Konami will do moving forward. And I kind of want to just share my thoughts on this. Also, I just want to say, guys, I hope you're all doing well. I know everything's going crazy. I'm actually out of my job now. So, yay, that's fun. Out of job, out of school. So, hopefully you guys are doing okay. I'm going to try and really churn out the videos. So, please rate, comment, subscribe, and all that fun stuff, especially if you like this. I'm also giving Google Slides a try because my computer does not like working, because my old computer does not like working with OBS anymore, or my editing software on it. So I'm using this new one. So well, I'm on my gaming computer and doing this now. So I digress. Moving on, let's get actually talking about the Crystal Beasts. So first and foremost, what the heck is Crystal Beasts? Crystal Beasts are an archetype made back in GX, played by Jesse Anderson, and they basically have a really interesting theme around them, where they are all crystal like monsters. They represent the 7 colors of the rainbow. There's 7 different crystal types like sapphires, topazes, emeralds, whatever the heck a carbuncle is. Oh, wait, no, she's ruby, but I don't know what the heck a carbuncle is. I digress. They also all share the commonality that whenever they are destroyed while on the field, they go into your back row as a face-up continuous spell with no effect. And that was cool and all, and a lot of the spells and traps are focused around that concept of them being in the back row as a face-up continuous spell. But however, they never really did anything with it until recently. The deck is comprised of 7 main deck monsters plus the recent Rainbow Dragon, Zenith Crystal Beast. Then there are also really 3 technical boss monsters, that being Rainbow Dragon, Rainbow Dark Dragon, and Rainbow Over Dragon. One's good, that being Rainbow Over Dragon. One is objectively bad, being Rainbow Dark Dragon. And then I honestly, I know people consider Rainbow Dragon to be one of the worst boss monsters ever. I don't really agree. He's just as bad as his archetype is, and really if the deck had better main deck monsters, he'd be playable. But however, he is a very mediocre boss monster by nowadays standards, so that's just my little mini rant there. So they have 3 boss monsters, one of which is literally unplayable in the deck unless you're playing their second field spell, and then the other 2 are just kind of okay. The other interesting thing is that they also recently got a Zenith Crystal Beast who can easily special summon himself, has 3,000 attack, and also has an effect while in the back row as a continuous spell, which Konami, please continue with that. That would be wonderful. The deck also has a wide variety of spells and traps, from a salvage to Monster Reborn to one of the best field spells in the game for an archetype, that being Ancient City Rainbow Ruins. But however, really, on all honesty, the deck has no real survival strategy. It really has 2 strategies, really. Surviving until you can summon the boss monsters and hopefully go for an OTK, or getting 4 in your back row to, well, hopefully draw Abundance or search it out, and then activate the Abundance, nuke the whole field, and then be able to go for an OTK that way. That's really your only 2 win conditions, and neither one of them are particularly great, because they require you to either play a subpar boss monster or get 4 guys in your back row, which, to be fair, is not the hardest thing in the world, but can take a bit, and is also very easy to disrupt. I mean, heck, if your opponent evenly matches you before you get a chance to do that, you're gonna neg hard, and it's not fun. It's happened to me a lot. So, yeah. And so, what are the strengths of the archetype? First and foremost, the deck has very strong spell and trap support. Rainbow Ruins, I've said it before and I'll say it again, is one of the best archetypal field spells in the game. Not only can it not be destroyed so long as you have a Crystal Beast in your back row, but then it gets more and more effects as you get more Crystal Beasts in your back row. I believe number 2, you can half the damage you would take from 1 battle each turn. Number 3, if you have 3 in the back row, if your opponent activates a spell or trap card, you can send a Crystal Beast monster you control to the graveyard to negate negate it. 4 or more, you get to draw a card once per turn. And then 5, you get to just special summon a dude from your back row, which is absolutely fantastic. The deck also has 3 really good monsters, that being Pegasus, who is a non-once per turn searcher for the archetype. He's not really a searcher in this normal sense where he adds it to your hand, but whenever Pegasus is summoned, that's not once per turn, and it doesn't matter how he's summoned. If he is summoned, you get to put any of your Crystal Beasts into your back row from your hand, deck, or graveyard, which is amazing. And you can even put other copies of himself to then special summon with their other spells and traps, and then just be able to continue on with that. Carbuncle is also another absolutely flat-out amazing one. If she is special summoned, you get to summon as many Crystal Beasts from your back row as you can possibly do. And then there's also, of course, the new guy, Zenith Rainbow Dragon, who is just flat-out amazing. He's I think level 7, 3k attack, 0 defense. Whenever Crystal Beast attacks, or I believe is attacked, you can just plop him on the field from your hand. And then if he is in your back row, you can banish him from your back row to special summon any Crystal Beast from your deck. But it's effects negated, which really sucks, but I digress. But still, that's really freaking good. I also failed to mention that they have other really good spells and trap cards from Rare Value. That is a draw card. Crystal Abundance to nuke the field. Crystal Beacon, which just summons a dude from deck for free so long as you have 2 guys in your back row. Crystal Blessing to get 2 guys in your back row. They have so many good spells and traps. And really, honestly, only 3 good monsters. And that brings us to the weaknesses. First and foremost, the majority of the main deck monsters are just outright bad. You got Cobalt Eagle, who is probably the best of the bad ones, where just once per turn you can target one of your Crystal Beasts in your back row and put it on the top of your deck, which is cool and all, but why can't you just add it to your hand? I mean, I get it, it's so that you can draw into it next turn, but that's bad. You're not going to live to see another turn most of the time, especially if you're going against a meta deck. Then you got Amber Mammoth, who can redirect attacks to him, which is cool and all, but he's a 1700 beater. Not exactly anything to really, take seriously in modern Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean, maybe back in 2006 he was better, but I digress. And then you got freaking Amethyst Cat, who can attack directly for half damage. Okay, she's 1200, so your opponent's going to take a 600 poke to the face. Cool. By far, arguably the worst also is Topaz Tiger. No, Topaz Tiger is actually good because he can become a 2000 attacker, which is nice and all for 2006 or whenever this deck was printed. But you know what the worst is? Freaking Emerald Tortoise, who, once per turn during main phase 2, you can switch one of your Crystal Beasts that attacked into defense. What? That's just garbage. And his effect is so bad and unusable that in Duel Links, where they have no main phase 2, they literally just erased that line of text on him, so now all he does is he goes into the back row when he's destroyed. That is wonderful, guys. It is hilarious. As I mentioned before, all 3 boss monsters are either mediocre, or just outright bad with Rainbow Dark Dragon. Before anybody goes, but what about Malefic Rainbow Dragon? I don't count it because it's not technically a Rainbow Dragon monster, but whatever. And then also, again, the deck has no real win condition or strategy other than just surviving until you can do Abundance or drop triple Rainbow Dragon to go for game. That's not really particularly good, and you're just going to get smashed in the face by a large variety of different decks out there that will just really destroy you, because at the end of the day, this deck cannot OTK or stun effectively, okay? And I hate saying that because I love Crystal Beast, but the 2 main strategies out there for decks, which is OTK or stun, they can't do either. And it sucks. And I really hate saying that because I love Crystal Beast. I love playing the deck. It's a lot of fun to mess around with, but it's nothing particularly great. I wouldn't even take this as a joke to a regional or a locals or anything. So, yeah. So, how can they improve it? Well, first and foremost, do more of what you guys did with the Zenith Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon, okay? Give us more remakes of the main deck monsters. Heck, remake all of them, but don't go back and errata the good ones. We got to keep the good ones, okay? Remake all of them and give them either better versions of their old effects or just outright new effects. I'm going to give an example in the next thing, but imagine if they took Cobalt Eagle and made it to where, once per turn you can send one Crystal Beast in your back row to the graveyard and then add a Crystal Beast from your deck to your hand or something. That'd be cool. And then speaking of, give them effects in the back row, okay? I get it, for 2006 or whenever this deck was released, having no effects in the back row was probably a balancing thing, but nowadays they need an effect in the back row to be really effectively good. And the fact that they did this with the Zenith Crystal Beast, I can only hope that they continue doing with the others, okay? And then also remake of main deck Rainbow Dragon. It counts as the original. As much as I love the original Rainbow Dragon, he is not particularly great by modern Yu-Gi-Oh standards. So I would love to see a remake of him that has like a particularly good effect. Not just, oh, I can get bigger with... Like, why is that a thing? Where Rainbow Dragon is already a 4K beat stick, and that's perfectly fine, but then he has an effect where he can send dudes you control to the graveyard to increase his attack even further. That's not necessary. And then also his nuking effect is cool and all, but however, also losing all of your advantage in the graveyard is not fun. So maybe give us a better version of Rainbow Dragon that does similar things, but I'd much rather see something that can like negate stuff or like quick effect shuffle everything into the field by tributing itself. That would be fine enough. Like, why not give us that? And I know that they effectively did with Rainbow Over Dragon. That's a fusion. Speaking of fusions, give us more extract monsters. This deck needs extract monsters to really be able to be viable in modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Give us a Link, give us an Xyz, give us a Synchro even maybe. Like, heck, you guys can remake Ruby Carbuncle as a tuner and give her some special summoning effect, and then hey, look at that, now we got a tuner, now we got a Synchro. Or better yet, give us more fusions and then give us an archetypal fusion spell. That would be really, really cool, because then you can give the deck more variety in its playstyle and be able to help it enable more OTKs or more control. So that is ultimately what I want to see with this deck moving forward. So I do have an example that I made up. This is just like my first idea that came to mind. Is it particularly great? Probably not, but oh well. So this is my idea for an upgraded Topaz Tiger, the Zenith Crystal Beast. Level 4 Earth Beast, 1600 attack, 1000 defense, just like the original Topaz Tiger. Once per turn, as a quick effect, you can target one Crystal Beast or Rainbow Dragon monster you control and increase its attack by 1000 until the end of the turn. If this card is destroyed while in the monster zone, you can place it into your spell and trap card zone as a face-up continuous spell with the following effect. As a quick effect, you can destroy one Crystal Beast monster you control, special summon this card in face-up attack position. You can only use this effect of Topaz Tiger, the Zenith Crystal Beast, once per turn. This is the kind of thing that I want to see from Crystal Beasts moving forward. You know, give them powered up effects. I mean, yeah, sure, the one that I gave Topaz Tiger here is not particularly great even by modern standards, but I'm just trying to give an example of what they could do. But the biggest thing is giving them an effect in the back row so that they can be more utilitarian. So like, oh, hey, you guys got a dude in the back row, your opponent goes to activate something, targeting like your Crystal Beast or something. A quick effect, target your dude, destroy him, special summon, and then you get your other dude back in your back row, so you effectively don't lose any advantage, and that is really, really cool. Imagine if they all had this bottom effect here, where you can just quick effect, pop a Crystal Beast you control. You'd be able to just switch them out every turn, and that would be really, really, really stupid, but really, really cool too, and give the deck some more actual, like, utility and, you know, good plays that they can do. Like, the amount of just shenanigans you can do with that, with like Supply Squad and stuff like that, would be hilarious. So I don't know. That's my overall thoughts and opinions on remaking Crystal Beasts. What do you guys think? What would you guys want to see from Konami with overhauling Crystal Beasts? I'm hoping that the Zenith Crystal Beast is not the only one that we're getting. I want to see more. Hopefully we get more, and with Konami seeming to be really hell-bent on giving us remakes or more support for old archetypes recently. Heck, Resident Duelist seems to be almost entirely support for old Yugi decks, and other old dual monster decks, other than, you know, some stuff from good old sevens. So it'll be interesting to see where we go moving forward with all that. But I digress. What do you guys think? Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys have a great day. Stay safe out there. Peace out. Thank you all for watching the video. Have a great day. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. Rate, comment, and subscribe. And see y'all later.